These are transmissions from Not Really Rocket Science, where we talk about techniques, technology, learning, and lifestyle for the modern marketing engine. And today we've got a full-on YouTube trope. We're going to open up, unbox the Apple Watch Series 4 Hermes Edition. So will it be worth it? I don't know. I don't really know what that means. I don't know if subjectively that's something a person can answer. I'm going to report back in 6 months or so that I can tell you how it's worn and how I feel about it, and if things are different or if I have any feelings about it, or if it's just maybe not unlike owning any other sport band or any other watch band that I could buy at Best Buy or whatever. Well, it hasn't been 6 months. It hasn't even been a year. It's been more than 18 months since September of 2018 when I shared with you my perspective on the partnership and what I think is the genius between Apple and Hermes as we talked about and unboxed the Apple Watch Series 4 Hermes. I am finally back, and thanks for waiting. And I want to share with you my thoughts on this, the Apple Watch Series 4 Hermes. And after all this time, what do I think? Am I satisfied with it? Has it met my expectations? Would I do it again? Would I recommend it to others? The answers to all those questions are yes. Let's talk about why. My name is Chris Bintliff, and these are transmissions from Not Really Rocket Science, where we study the technology, techniques, learning, and lifestyle of the modern marketing engine.
Le Barania. Donc là, on a un cuir très naturel qui a été, dans son process de tannage, de finition, a été trempé dans des huiles, ce qui nous donne un toucher assez gras. Et le cuir qui est fait pour doubler tous nos bracelets. Et étant donné que c'est un cuir qui est directement sur la peau toute la journée, il a été étudié le mieux que possible, en tout cas pour éviter tous les problèmes d'allergie.
The value of the Hermes Apple Watch is in its strap or band. The watch's TV has an excellent video that shows how a very small, dedicated team of craftspeople in Switzerland or France craft their straps with care and attention. This is what the customer of the Hermes Apple Watch is buying, and it's what sets it apart from any other strap Apple makes available. The process of leather selection, of cutting and crafting, of fit and finish. For a person who cares about details, these are the details that matter. I'll link to this full video below. It's really fun to watch. The other leather straps available from Apple, or when buying a new Apple Watch, are, in my experience, pretty unpleasant. It doesn't feel, smell, or act like leather. It has a plasticky, cheap texture to it. It feels cheaply made. And the leather loops close with a magnetic clasp that's easily jarred loose with normal wear. There are lots of third-party leather bands that are really high quality, less expensive, and tick my boxes for attention to detail. I have a black leather band from a company called Grove Made that I don't wear often, but really enjoy when I do. It's minimalist, it's made of premium leather, and like everything Grove Made does, is crafted from small, dedicated artisans. I'm not sponsored by or promoting them. I've just had good experiences with the brand. For $80, it's an easy pickup. I'll talk more about this strap in another video, but a feature only the Hermes strap has is its deployment clasp. I'm aware it's deployant to horologists out there, but since Apple calls it deployment, I will too. This is my favorite way to wear a watch, and I think leads to less wear on the leather. I wouldn't choose an everyday wear leather strap that wasn't a deployment clasp. So let's talk about my Hermes band. I have the Fauve Barania leather deployment buckle strap. This leather is one of the original saddle leathers from Hermes going back to their equestrian origins, and I've read that it requires a special tanning process that takes several weeks to accomplish. The standard for the kind of leather that Hermes sources for its Barania products is also really stringent, so it's usually only used in small leather goods like watch straps and wallets. Timepieces that Hermes themselves make and sell using this leather cost north of $5,000. I wear this band every day, all day, from the minute I get up until I charge it when I go to bed. I only switch the band for a sport band when it would be more comfortable or practical, like yard work or in hot weather, for instance, or for exercise, or occasionally if a black band is more suitable. If there was a quality issue with the strap, I think I'd be experiencing it. I'm definitely a power user. I don't shower with it or wear it in water, though it has gotten soaked more than once. But I'm also not cautious and careful about getting it wet or scuffed or lived in. I put it on and I don't think about it. The most noticeable thing about the strap is its patina, which I just love. It's dramatically darker than it was when I bought it, which I didn't expect, and which for some could be an issue. It's closer to the Ebene colorway that you can also buy from Apple, which is a deep dark brown. The strap has a reddish dark brown patina to it now, and I love that age and character will help tell a story over time. This is part of what I love about wearing high quality leather. Its story becomes part of its owner's story. The clasp is as flawless and bright as it was when I bought it. No mechanical issues. I'm not sure if it's palladium plated like a lot of other Hermes metal, but it's jewelry quality. The watch itself is stainless, no different from any other stainless model Apple sells, except for some Hermes branding on the back and the Hermes watch faces that exclusively come with it. We talked about this in the first video. I generally only ever use the Hermes faces in a business or more formal context. For everyday wear, I use a version of the modular watch face. I've had exactly 0 people ever approach me and ask about my watch, so this isn't the kind of thing you wear for the flex. Only nerds like me or aficionados or fashion files even care that Apple Watch Hermes is a thing, and I don't tend to bump into those people very often. In fact, the only comment I've ever received on my watch was from a lovely old lady at a checkout counter when I was wearing the sport band, the orange sport band, who was happy to see a man wearing such bright colors. Speaking of the sport band, it's what you expect from a sport band. I wear it a lot in the summer or when things might get sweaty, but for exercise like running or swimming, I switch to a Nike strap, which I prefer. The Apple Watch is, no pun intended, not a timeless device. Iterations and innovations mean it's going to get outdated, it's going to get obsolete, you're going to want to upgrade. At this point, those iterations are so incremental that even for me, and I'm as power user as they get with this stuff, I have no problem waiting 18, 19 months before I get a new watch. And I'll be talking more about that soon because I do have a new watch, and it's only now that I've decided to go ahead and move up from the Series 4. But I think we got to be thoughtful that that doesn't mean these devices become disposable. Just because a new one comes out every year doesn't mean you need to go buy it every year. And certainly this is true of the band or the strap. Now there will come a day when Apple will no longer make this particular chassis for the Apple Watch, and the bands that we all have won't work. But I don't think it's going to happen with Series 6 or Series 7. So at least for a few more years, all the bands that I have now that I've had all the way since the very first Apple Watch are going to continue to comfortably fit. And that is where, for me, the Hermes fits in really well. Because even if the technology changes of the watch, I intend to keep wearing this band until it doesn't wear anymore. I love it. It ages great. It feels great. It looks great. I'm really, really satisfied with it. And I intend, whenever I get a new watch, which is very soon, I intend to just put this band on it because it feels so good. It's the kind of thing where once you've got something that works this well, you don't want to change it up for no good reason. Is it worth it? Again, that's such a subjective and dynamic question that I can't really answer it for you. I do have a video that I'm working on where we're going to look a little more scientifically at that question because it is a good question. I can tell you that for me, it's been a pleasure to own and it's been a pleasure to wear, and it continues to be. I feel really good every morning when I put it on. It feels good and substantial in a way that the aluminum never did for me, and even when I owned the ceramic edition with Series 2, even that didn't feel just this good. It just feels good to wear. And every day when I put it on, I feel great about it. And I know that that comes with the quality of the Hermes strap and the band that I can feel as I wear it. But it also comes with knowing that I have something that is a more premium product. There's a psychology involved there that I'm certainly well aware of as a marketer that makes it feel a little bit more special, a little bit more elevated than when I'm just wearing an aluminum watch with the sport band. That doesn't need to be important to you. It doesn't even feel like it would be important to me if I were talking to you, but it turns out in the real world, day to day, I really enjoy wearing it. That's what I think. What do you think? Go ahead and leave a comment. I loved reading those from the first video and all of the different thoughts and ideas and perspectives that people had. It was really interesting to me. I've got a lot that I'm cooking up. I hope to be a lot more active here, including the brand new Apple Watch Series 5 Hermes, which has just arrived today. So we'll be looking at that soon, and I'll be moving this strap over to it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and comment on transmissions from Not Really Rocket Science. Learn more at NotReallyRocketScience.com.